Good morning, everyone. It is the 4th of April and it is about 9:30 in the morning. I've just switched on my camera to say hello to you, but I have 4% battery, so I'm going to make this really quick. I have skipped a few weeks of vlogging just for the usual there was nothing to vlog reason, which, to be honest, I'm becoming more and more comfortable with that. Rather than like being down on myself for missing a week or two, I have come to realize that there's no point in trying to force content if there is no content. And I'm kind of just adjusting to the fact that sometimes there's nothing interesting for anyone to see in my life, and that's perfectly fine. But it is, as I said, the 4th of April. It is Friday morning and I'm about to leave home because I'm about to go and get the Cosmelan peel done by my friend Laurie May at Eminence Clinic in, I think it's Clinic. It's Eminence though, at the very least, in Queanbeyan. I don't know if I've just added the word clinic to the title of her business, but anyway, I'm going to have to bring my charging cable for the car so that there is some battery. Actually, what I might do is I might switch to my phone. That's probably a safer option. But as I said, we're getting the Cosmelan peel, which hopefully Loz will be able to explain a little bit better than I will. This vlog is obviously going to be a very heavy home-based vlog because once I've got this peel on, which needs to sit on my face for, I think she said like 6 to 8 hours, and then there'll be obviously the downtime afterwards, the recovery time, where my face is going to be red. It's probably going to be a bit puffy. I am prepared for that. And then obviously we'll shift into the gorgeous peeling phase. So we are going to be at home for that as much as possible. Bearing in mind, I do have Bella this weekend. She's already good to go for a lazy weekend at home. But as it is just the two of us and I am apparently the adult out of the two of us, I might need to venture out when we need food and all of that kind of thing. I did attempt a grocery shop last night, but to be honest, I just wasn't in the mood for it. And so I don't think we're as well prepared for this sort of period at home as much as we could be. But there is always home delivery and all of that kind of thing, so we'll just see how we go. But my battery's now 1%, so I'm gonna get a move on and I'll see you at Loz's. Okay, we have arrived at Eminence, and I really should check to see whether it is Eminence Clinic or just Eminence. Let's have a look. I'll link Loz's. Yes, it's Eminence Clinic. Okay, good. I didn't just make up the name. What I will do is I'm going to insert some pictures here, some before pictures, so that you know what we're dealing with. So a Cosmelan, and like I said, Laurie May will explain this way better than I will. So I'll have her do it. But sorry if it's a bit dark. I'm kind of parked in a poor spot. But basically, the Cosmelan peel, from what I understand, is specifically targeting pigmentation on your face. I believe it's for all skin types, so with the exception, I think, of like rosacea suffering skin types and maybe sensitive skin, but I'm not 100% sure. Sorry, my voice is going. Yeah, so good for all skin types, so like acne, congested skin, all of that kind of thing. You know what, I'm gonna actually, while I'm talking to you, I've got a couple of minutes is all. I'm just switching the car on so that it charges, the battery charges while I'm recording. I don't know if it actually is charging. Anyway, what was I saying? So as you all know, I've been having issues with my skin. I've been having issues with my skin for about, gosh, I would say a year and a half now. So what I'm left with now, although my skin's like ultimately clear, is just pigmentation from that breakout and all of that kind of thing. So we've been trying different things. We did the bio repill quite regularly for a few months. We then have moved on to skin needling. I've had 2 sessions of that. However, it's just not
having the results that I want. And so Loz has done on herself a Cosmelan treatment recently. She's done it a few times. And when I was getting my skin needling done the other day, she was kind of in her post-recovery phase of the Cosmelan. And we were talking about it and we decided actually this is probably the best way to go. So that's what we're doing today. Till the morning light, or would you follow me, or would you let it be if I leave tonight?
Well, I'm one of those people that when I'm thinking about something as well, like I always just voice it.
Yeah. What's your star sign?
Pisces.
Oh, yeah.
I know, I'm not very mysterious. I'm meant to be mysterious, but I'm like, I just say what's on my mind a little bit too much, I think, for a Pisces.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I was like, I kept like thinking about it. I was like, do I tell these girls? I'm like, what level of friendship are we at?
Are we just 10 friends?
Yeah. Or are we like going to talk about real shit?
Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, so they were like, oh, there's a social event next week. I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to be there.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
I got bigger fish to fry.
Yeah, exactly. I've got bigger priorities. But I was like, oh, but I'll be back next term. And he was like, okay.
Where did you do the lesson at?
So I do it at the tennis club in Weston.
Oh, yeah.
So literally just down the road.
Yeah. Did you like doing tennis?
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, so we used to do it as kids, Melanie and I.
Why was Mel so shit when we did lessons then?
Some of us are sportier than others. Yeah, because how long did you guys do it for?
A term.
Okay. How come you stopped? Did you not enjoy it?
We hated our crew.
Oh, that's right, because there was that lady that was like complaining about
my perfume.
Yeah, that's so ridiculous. But like last term, I was considering doing like double up of lessons because I just love it.
Yeah,
it's just fun.
It's a good way to like go exercise too.
Yeah,
like some of it you actually are gacked. Like you're just like, fuck, are we gonna keep running? going?
I know.
And then some of it you're just like, this is fun. Like I'm just fucking around picking up the balls slow.
Yeah. Well, like, because I wear like my Fitbit, and honestly, I didn't realize that it was like so cardio intensive.
Yeah.
Because you think that just like you're just standing there hitting the ball, but you're actually really not.
Yeah.
So what was that? Just a cleanse?
That was a cleanse, yeah. Okay. That's with your cleanser that you're going to use at home. So
okay.
You add it onto your skin dry.
Okay.
It's like a cream, then you massage it in, and then once it's massaged in, it kind of turns to like an oil. So especially when you're feeling dry, that's going to
that'll
feel
help,
like it's like lifting and hydrating.
Okay.
Then next, this I would say is the worst part. This is the oil removing solution. It kind of smells like nail polish.
I love it. That one smelled really good though. That cleanser.
That is, every time I use it, I'm like, yep, that's my favorite cleanser.
Yeah.
I just forget it.
Can you use it when you're not doing the Cosmelan?
Yeah.
Okay. I really I packed, I grabbed a claw clip this morning.
Yeah.
Left it in my room.
Yeah, perfect.
No hair ties in my car.
Yeah.
Because I obviously forgot it another time and needed it. And therefore came out. So it's really good. This does smell.
Yeah. This is honestly the worst part.
It's like you've got an acetone.
Yeah.
Is it acetone?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, cool.
This takes all the oil off the skin. Mm-hmm. So then it kind of just like sits in better and doesn't move around as much.
Oh, okay.
But throughout the day, it will definitely move, crack, shift. But it's, although it kind of looks like a mud mask kind of thing, it actually is more like oily consistency. And then hold your breath onto above your top lip. Done. Cool.
So So is the new formulation just available in Australia, or like what's the deal?
No, they actually pulled, so everywhere, like online, there was like a big kerfuffle because everyone was saying like Cosmelan is gone, like the Cosmelan is no longer, and then they've come back with it reformulated.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'd seen they've been doing this treatment for like, or it's been available for like over 20 years.
Yeah.
Like that's insane.
Mm-hmm. It's definitely like tried and tested, and it's a #1 depigmentation treatment in the world.
Yeah, cool. And so how frequently can you do it?
You could do it like yearly, but
Yeah. How frequently do you do it?
maybe every like 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I think once you do it and you see the luminous like glow to
Yeah.
your skin, that's when you're just like, oh, I'm gonna do this every year.
Yeah.
But you will stay on your Cosmelan 2 cream for like, you'll try stay on it for 6 months. So
Okay.
then you would kind of have like 3 months off before you would go
Oh, okay, cool.
again.
And what's this that you're putting on?
This is just like a barrier.
Okay.
It's kind of like Vaseline. This just protects around your eyes, but you might feel like your lips get dry, oily.
Mm-hmm.
Feel weird today. But you can put lip gloss or
Okay.
anything on.
Did you peel bad?
Not really. I would say more like, I would describe it as crumbly around my like mouth area.
Yeah.
But I did, my worst thing now is the side of my lip cracked,
Oh.
and then it kept cracking and because I'm so prone to cold sores.
Yeah.
I ended up
Oh.
with a cold sore outbreak,
Oh.
which is like the worst cold sore outbreak I've ever had besides getting my lips tattooed.
Yeah, wow. Oh, did that cause you to get... Really?
Which is normal
What,
for
'cause
lip
it's-
tattooing.
oh,
'Cause
really?
it's like trauma.
Yeah, I
to
was
the
gonna
area.
say. Does this clear pores or anything, or is it just pigmentation?
It will like, you will look at yourself in probably like a week or 2 and be like, why do I have so many pores and blackheads? But it like pulls everything
Oh,
through
right.
and then gets rid of it,
Okay.
which is like great.
Yeah.
Like once you see all like your blackheads and then them clearing,
Yeah.
it's like, I didn't know I had that much gunk.
And how long do you have to go makeup free?
You can put it on like from tomorrow if you want.
Oh, really? Okay.
Just when you're like red, it won't like blend that well. And when you are peeling, it like doesn't look that great.
Yeah.
I feel like it's better to, like today's the first time I've put like a bit of blush and liquid bronzer on my
Okay.
skin.
Yeah.
But
And how long ago did you do yours? Was it 2 weeks?
10 days?
Yeah, okay.
Like not last Sunday, the Sunday before. But you will have good prep in your skin too, because you have done the bio peels and needlings and all of that. So you'll be you'll go through it easy. I feel like it's the people who have never done anything and then they do something hardcore.
Yeah.
Like, fuck, it's rattled me. And your skin's like not prepped or never like
Yeah.
had an exfoliant on it.
Ben was doing his skincare the other night. I was so proud.
You're like, I taught you that.
I know. I got him these like exfoliating white things from Elemis.
Yeah. Shit,
like-
you ain't good for him too.
I know. I know.
You're like, dude, you have no idea how lucky you are.
Yup. Yeah, and he's like, do I wash it off? I'm like, absolutely not.
No.
I'm like, let it dry.
Leave that to soak.
Yeah. And then he's been like doing his sunscreen of the morning and everything.
That's so good.
I know.
I swear, like, girls change boys' lives.
I know,
when they do that
literally.
for them. And then their parents are just like, wow, everything I've ever done for this guy.
Yeah.
He's never listened.
Yeah.
And then it takes like one bitch to walk in this house. And then it's just like, okay, is this the right consistency for me?
Yeah. He had like Nivea moisturizer, and that was the most he had.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, no, that smells way too strong. I'm like, we need to change this.
Yeah. You're better than this.
I know.
Nathan said to me this week, my skin's been shit. And I'm like, yeah, because you never come in for an appointment. And he's like, can you bring home bio repeal?
That's so good.
And we're at like a friend's house for dinner like a couple of weeks ago. And then they were like the husband was like, so like what do many people do for skin? And he's like, bro, like this thing bio repeal.
That's so good. Yeah. So how long do I have to keep it on for?
So you're going to leave it on for 8 hours.
Okay.
So your wash off time will be 11:30, 12:30, 1:30, 2:30, 3:30, 4:30, 5:30, 6:30 tonight.
Okay, that's fine.
Chilling it today, it's going to move and separate,
Yep.
which is fine and normal. It is going to crack. It'll feel oily. It'll feel crumbly. You'll probably even feel like bits fall off.
Okay. I love it.
Don't try and like, you can try and like push it slightly back into place, but don't try to like fully reshape it and make it perfect again.
Yeah.
Just like, especially when it falls off around your mouth and stuff, just leave it.
Okay.
You try not to like, if you feel like itchy or anything, try not to like scratch it, but especially like around your nose and stuff when you feel like itchy, just like tap.
Okay.
And then like to get rid of the sensation only.
Yep.
Your routine will look like, which I'll send this to you in a text message so that you will always have it on you.
Yep.
And this is the only skincare you need or will use for the treatment. The next 3 days, cleanse, clean dry skin, a pea-size amount, add it to your skin, start massaging it until it turns into an oil, wash that off, spritz with your hydrotonic mist. This will be like hydrating for you. Little pipette dropper of the Skin Balance serum, moisturizer, at night, anti-stress mask.
Every night?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then of a day, your tinted sunscreen. The tinted sunscreen will also be good when you're like red or peeling or anything like that, because it's really like hydrating, dewy. And then because it has the tint and it'll help with like the colouring. Over the weekend, probably like Sunday, if you're feeling like super dry, just do your skincare routine. So do cleanse, tone, serum. Mask, this is like a really thick, like almost like silicone hydration mask. Moisturizer, leave on mask. From Monday, you'll add in your Cosmelan tube, but I'll text you before you need to add it in so that we can make sure that you're good to go.
Yep.
You will do like the tiniest amount, like a pinky fingernail worth of it, like tiny, mixed in with your Milan recovery. But you don't start that one for the next 3 days.
Okay.
So that one's the only one that's out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
And then we'll book you for a LED.
Okay.
Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday.
Sounds good.
Suits.
Cool.
Okay guys, we are just about to pull up on my street. I have just driven past one of my neighbors. I wonder if he noticed what's on my face, but I have closed the sunroof in my car in an attempt to darken the cabin. So I'm hoping that that's kind of worked so that people in the cars around me haven't quite noticed what's going on inside the car. But as I said, we are nearly home. I was on the phone to my dad, so that's why I'm only switching the camera on now. But now I've got to get from my car park to my house, hopefully without seeing any of my neighbors. So I didn't see any of my neighbors walking to my house, but I did see random passers-by, and I'm sure I gave them quite the fright. But I'm now going to log on and actually do some work, and we're going to be pottering around the house today looking like this. Loz has said that I am to keep this on for 8 hours, so that means that I will not be taking it off until 6:30 tonight. Thankfully, Dad is doing school pickup for me. So he's going to get Bella and then drop her back here. And then poor Bella will witness this for a couple of hours until I can wash it off tonight as well. I just caught myself in the viewfinder. Okay, so I thought I would just do a quick check-in just so you can see how the mask kind of progresses through the day. So it is now just past 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So I've got another 3.5 hours to go. But as you can see, the mask kind of slips a little bit and kind of congeals, I guess is the word. I feel totally fine though. My skin feels fine. It's probably a little bit, I would say tingly, but it's not. I just am aware of my skin, if that makes sense. It doesn't hurt or anything like that. It's not itchy. It's not actually been that bad. I had been thinking about getting the Cosmelan treatment before, but I knew about the process of having to sit with it on your skin for hours. And honestly, I thought that sounded to me like absolute torture, because I know when I do just a normal face mask, I kind of get sick of having it on my skin. And that's only for like 10 to 15 minutes, whereas this is obviously 8 hours. But it's actually not been as bad as I thought. It doesn't feel like, I can tell that there's something on my skin, obviously, but it doesn't feel wet or anything like that. Like it's just kind of there, if that makes sense. It's, but I don't know if it's one of those things where you kind of prepare yourself to feel like you're stuck in something for a while, and so you just kind of like slip into it and just give in, I guess, to the fact that it's going to be ages. Whereas maybe a face mask, I always think like, oh, 10 to 15 minutes, that'll fly. And then I think because I think that, it just seems to take forever. I don't know whether it's just, yeah, like a psyche type thing. But anyway, like I said, it's just after 3. This is what it looks like. I've now finished work for the day, so I'm actually just going to watch TV and chill out. Good morning, everyone. It is about 8:35 on Saturday now, and you can see that my skin is quite red and quite puffy as well. It doesn't hurt or anything like that. It does feel like a little bit tight. My chin felt itchy just before, and I gave it a little scratch, and that wasn't very nice, but it wasn't painful. It kind of feels as though you've got sunburn on your face. So you obviously try not to touch it. It is warm as well to the touch. When I was lying in bed last night, I was very grateful for the fact that I tend to sleep with the aircon on anyway, just because my face was quite warm. Not unbearably so, but warm enough for me to notice. But I'm just about to pull out my goodies, and I think what I'm going to do is switch over all the products I've got in my medicine cabinet for these ones, because these will obviously need to go away just for the time being. And as you would have seen in my video with Loz yesterday, she said that these are the products that I'm to use for the next however long. So I'm just gonna wash my face and do all the solutions that she said to put on it, because I think the biggest thing is obviously just keeping the skin hydrated so it doesn't feel so tight, and hopefully that'll help the puffiness go down as well. And then once I've done this, I'm just gonna get about my day at home. Last night when I had washed off the mask, I actually didn't feel too bad, and I hadn't started being puffy yet, and I thought to myself, like, you know what, I might not have to stay at home for as long as I thought. But then obviously I've woken up today, and I do feel a little bit like I feel like my face is like 3 times bigger and will draw attention. Not that it probably will in reality, because people tend to mind their own business and go about their own day, but it's just how you feel. So anyway, I'm gonna start prepping for the day. Okay, I've I've got my basket and we're gonna start putting all of our stuff away. Okay, I've just replayed the footage from Loz yesterday, so I've learned what I need to do. So first things first is the cleansing solution. So this one, you just get a pea-sized amount, you put it on dry skin, and then you massage it in until it becomes an oil. Last night, something I forgot to mention. So last night with the mask, all you needed to do was just like rinse it off with just normal tap water. So I opted to hop in the shower and do it. I didn't run it under the tap, of course, but I just found I just thought it would be a lot easier to remove it that way. Okay, that's all washed off now. We're going to now follow it up with the Hydrotonic Mist. I wonder if I have to shake this first. Okay, then you follow up with the Meso Aesthetic Serum. So she said just a little bit of this as well. I think the key here is just to be gentle as well, so that you're not causing your skin to kind of peel and flake any earlier than it's ready to. Follow it up with the Meso, this is so hard to say, Meso Aesthetic Moisturizer. So this is what I used last night as well. I actually put it on a couple of times last night because I wanted to make sure that my skin was properly hydrated. So I did it after my shower and then I just put some more on before I went to bed. It smells so yummy. Okay. Then after that, because it is daytime, you follow it up with your sunscreen. So this is SPF 50 and it's tinted, whoops, there's liquid in it. It's tinted, so it will help with the redness as well. Okay, it's quite a liquidy consistency. All right, so we've done that and that's it for the day. I really like that sunscreen, it makes me look all chilly.
We'll find the remedy, or would you stay with me?
Good morning everyone, it is now Sunday and as you can see I am up and dressed. We are actually about to head to one of the local cafes for breakfast. My neighbour has woken up extremely hungover and she's craving bacon and eggs, so she's asked if Bella and I would like to join her. And I said yes before I fully realized how red my face still is. Actually, I think it is more red today than it was yesterday. And it's also starting to look a little bit, I guess, what's the term I'm looking for? Maybe glassy, in that the skin is starting to tighten as it gets ready to peel. I've got some peeling around my nose here and here. And I can see little bits of evidence that my mouth, around my mouth, is going to start peeling soon too. I put mascara on today in an attempt to kind of lessen the eye patches that I have around my eyes, where my skin is normal toned from not having the peel on it versus obviously where the peel was. It has done absolutely nothing to make me look any better. The hat is obviously an attempt to mask my face as well. I did actually have to try on all my caps to see which one would make me look less red. This was the best option, funnily enough. Apparently the green cap that I had on the other day made me look more red. My Porsche hat has red on it, so that just amplifies it. And my other Ralph Lauren hat just didn't go with my outfit. So this is where we're at. I'm currently wearing my dark forest green, I actually don't remember the shade that they call it, but it's a dark forest green Lilo Active pair of leggings. I've got just some long white socks. I've got my pepper mayo hoodie on because it is currently 8 degrees outside, and I've just got one of my Cos tees on underneath. I'm hoping that's enough to keep me warm. There is indoor seating, but this cafe that we're going to gets so busy that you just never know where you're gonna have to kind of sit.
I just want you to know that I didn't throw your stuff away.
Good morning, everyone. It is 9:10 on Monday morning, and I've just gotten home from doing school drop-off and have made myself a steaming hot mug of coffee because it is quite chilly out there today. But I thought I would switch on the camera and do a quick skin update. So as you can see, I have lost quite a lot of the redness now. There is still obviously some there. And to be honest, I feel like I look a little bit wind burnt rather than sunburnt today. But the peeling, I'll just bring you closer. The peeling, as you can see, has well and truly begun. So as I said yesterday, the peeling had kind of begun, but it was so insignificant. But then I woke up this morning and it looked like, you remember as a kid when you had that like paste glue and you would paint it over your skin, and as it was drying your skin would kind of go tight and then it would peel off. That's what it felt like all over my face. And so when I washed my face this morning, I could actually feel so gross. I could actually feel my skin like rolling off under my fingertips and peeling off that way. But it is definitely, even just the drive from Ben's to Bella's school, which in morning traffic is about half an hour, it had increased significantly, the peeling. And Bella had put her bag in the boot of the car, and when we got to school she's like, Mum, you're gonna have to help me get my bag out, and she's like, you're gonna have to wear your hood. So that just shows you how bad this peeling is. But it doesn't feel uncomfortable or anything. If anything, my skin just feels dry. It doesn't feel tight, but to the touch you can feel the layer kind of pulling away from the rest of your face. It's quite an unusual feeling, particularly as someone who generally has like more oily type skin. It's something that, yeah, you just don't expect. But today I think I'm meant to start with the Cosmelan 2. I haven't done that yet. I'm waiting for Loz to confirm that I'm good to go with it. I realized as well last night I was meant to do, or I was given the option of that second kind of sheet mask that Loz had talked about when we were in the clinic. I forgot about that, and I also didn't bring it to Ben's, so I didn't use it. So I'll use that tonight. I don't think it really matters too much. In the clinic, she did say, like, if your skin feels really dry and really tight, my skin was fine last night. I've been doing the anti-stress mask or whatever it's called, and that's been fine. Although, actually, one thing she didn't warn me about, and I will share with anyone who's contemplating Cosmelan, once you start to peel and then you put that anti-stress mask on, it does sting on like your fresh skin, and that lasts quite a little while. It lasts probably, I'm gonna say, around a minute, which when you cannot do anything about it, it's quite interesting to have to put your skin through that torture. But then it does fade, obviously, and you're fine afterwards. It doesn't do anything else. But anyway, I thought I would just share with you. I'm kind of in two minds about where to stop this vlog. I'm wondering whether I kind of stop it today as I would normally do because it's a Monday, or whether I might continue with the updates tomorrow, and then Wednesday night is my LED mask back at Eminence. So maybe we'll continue filming that, and then I'll film what Loz has to say about my skin in that appointment as well. Sorry, that little gush of air was my heater. I've got the heaters on today. There's a rule in Canberra that if your heaters go on prior to Anzac Day, which is the 25th of April, that means you're in for a really cold winter. I don't know whether I'm just a cold person in general, so I'm not quite sure if I'm a good gauge on that rule, but I definitely came home this morning and decided, nope, it's time for the heating to go on. I'm not going to suffer through a cold morning in this house. Good morning, everyone. It is 9:40 on Tuesday, the 8th of April. And I have to say, I feel like we've kind of gone over the hump now with the Cosmelan, and I feel like we're really starting to see that Cosmelan glow that I was after. So yesterday ended up being just basically a complete skin shed day. So I think all that's really left to shed is a few random patches just about the place. So I noticed some like along my hairline, definitely like on my jawline here, I guess because it doesn't get touched as much as everywhere else on my face. And then there's some dry patches that are still kind of around my chin as well, although I don't think they're very visible because I've done all my skincare and put all the moisturizer and sunscreen and all of that on. But we did have to do a sort of midweek top up on our groceries this morning. Bella had run out of fruit for school and I went without a hat or a hood, which is massive because I felt even over the weekend, like when we went for breakfast with my neighbor and even when we went to Ben's, like I wore a hood. There you go. But yeah, like I said, today we're feeling a lot better and a lot more normal. I'm definitely still red, just not as much. I think in this light it's quite flattering, so I don't look as red, but in sort of darker spaces it really does stand out, whereas I think the brighter the light, the better my skin looks and the less aggravated it looks. But as I said, I went to Woolies this morning, completely fine, and I felt comfortable. Being, you know, having my face, I guess, exposed. But I will admit that in the back of my mind, I was like, I don't know what the lighting is like in here. Is it bright enough so that I don't look like a tomato face? I'm not sure. But Bella didn't say anything and she is brutally honest. So anyway, that is my little update for the day. We've got Loz tomorrow, so the LED thing tomorrow. I am using as well, something that I wanted to mention was the Cosmelan 2. What I noticed online, and it was something I was prepared for, was that the Cosmelan 2 has quite an orange pigment to it. Loz and I had like spoken about it when I was leaving the clinic the other day, and she was like, oh, I don't know if it'll be such a problem for you because I'm quite olive skin toned. She's like, it might actually just blend in quite well. And I have to admit, I think she's right. It doesn't look as orange as it does on maybe like more pale complexions or like pink toned, peachy toned complexions. So I think I'm quite fortunate in that regard. But, and I think the camera does pick up on it, there is quite a color difference between like my face and my neck. I'm completely fake tan free at the moment, but I'm thinking I might actually do a fake tan just so it blends a little bit better, because I think this is kind of the giveaway that something isn't quite right with my face. So anyway, we might do that tonight, because my bed sheets are due for a change anyway, so I may as well completely trash them with fake tan overnight and then change them tomorrow. So that is the plan, but I just wanted to give you a quick update and let you know how it's going today. It is feeling a lot better, and my face isn't as warm as it was either. I feel like here is still quite red in comparison to the rest of my face, and I think also the tops of my cheeks are a little bit more red as well. But I don't know if it's these areas that look more red just because, again, my eyes obviously are my normal skin tone, and so maybe by comparison they just look more red. But anyway, that is what we're going with today. Good afternoon, guys. It is Wednesday afternoon and it's about 5 o'clock, and we're just getting ready to head to Eminence Clinic to do my LED mask, which is another part of this process. So I'm looking forward to having Loz look over my skin and tell me how we're progressing and whether things are on track, although I dare say they are. But I just wanted to hop on here and just give a quick update. I just realized I've been watching myself in the viewfinder just to see what color my skin is instead of looking at the camera, so sorry about that. But I just wanted to hop on here quickly and just give you a bit of an update while there's still sunshine, because now that daylight savings is over, it's going to get dark very early. But so as you can see, my skin is looking really nice. It's really clear. What I wasn't prepared for though was that the Cosmelan 2 cream would make my skin peel sort of a second time. So I am actually quite dry, despite having already gone through that first shed. So I have been throughout the day kind of topping up my sunscreen and also topping up my moisturizer and all of that kind of thing, just so I look less crusty. But I definitely have some peeling sort of around here, and I don't know whether the camera's picking it up, and also on my chin as well. So that's all kind of happening because of the Cosmelan 2. I have been messaging my sister, who I think I have mentioned before. She got this done before her wedding, and so she's been through the whole process before, so I'm like double checking with her that it is doing what it's supposed to do. Apparently it is what the Cosmelan 2 is. She kind of likens it to sort of a at-home version of the actual peel that I did initially, and this is just something that will continue to happen. And my skin will also purge, which I have noticed actually. I have a lot less blackheads on my nose. Being someone with oily skin, it's just something that comes with the territory, but they are almost non-existent now, which is fantastic. I've also noticed some of the congestion and that has kind of come to the surface as well and is going through my pores and disappearing, which again, love that. But yeah, the only thing that I wasn't expecting was to peel further after the initial peel. So that was a bit of a shock, but we're doing okay. Another thing that I've been like keeping on top of is keeping my lips hydrated, because the Cosmelan 2 is quite drying. If it does come into too much contact with like your lips and that, it can dry them out and they can crack, and I'm not about that. So I've been using my Elizabeth Arden 8-hour balm like there's no tomorrow. So I'm just making sure that they're constantly hydrated so we don't even get close to cracking. So that's also been fantastic. Whenever I don't have that near me, I've got my Gizu lip oil, which I also have been applying as well, and that's been hydrating it also. But anyway, that's enough of an update for now. We are going to, as I said, go to Eminence now, do our LED mask, and I'll try and film it. We'll see if there's anything really to film, but it could just be me lying on the bed under my LED for however long, which I'm sure you can appreciate. It's probably not the most exciting. I've also started editing this vlog, and I've realized that it's not as short and sweet as I like them to be. So I'm going to be spending tonight trying to cut that one down just so I can get this out on time tomorrow night, especially because it's been a few weeks obviously since I've pushed out a vlog. Anyway, off we go.
I know that I told you we're over. I swear that I'm sober. Just listen.